What is up, everybody? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, August 9th, 2019. What is up? It is Friday. I'm excited. I'm going to be running around a lot today. I want to do a quick live stream. There's so much going on with Litecoin. I feel like this live stream could be hours, and I really want it to be like 10 minutes. If you're a replay viewer, I'm just going to really jump right into it. It's probably going to be more than 10 minutes, by the way, but I'll try and put timestamps later on. But here's the thing. Litecoin, there is so much going on in regards to negativity surrounding it, right? I know people that are invested in long-term in Litecoin, definitely positive on Litecoin, but there's so much negativity that I see around Litecoin. And here's what's funny. It all comes back to one thing. Litecoin is Bitcoin code, right? Charlie Lee took Bitcoin code, made some tweaks, made it 4 times faster. There's 4 times as many. But essentially, Litecoin is taken from Bitcoin. So my first thing that kind of gets me, especially when I see Bitcoin maximalists, and this is kind of partly what spurred me to do this video, is they want to see Litecoin fail, but the problem is it's not going to fail. If Litecoin fails, it's going to be because Litecoin community, Bitcoin maximalists, just straight up on the video, just being like, I can't wait to see it fail. And it's just, it's like a social posturing when you see Bitcoin maximalists that want to see Litecoin fail. It's social posturing. And it's also, it's an insecurity issue. It's a pride issue, right? There's something really deep going on in the people out there that want to see Litecoin fail, because essentially what they want is they want other people to fail. It goes way deeper than cryptocurrency. I'm not going to talk about it on this channel. But here's the thing. Litecoin's not going to fail. And if it does, to every Bitcoin maximalist out there, it's because Bitcoin failed. That is probably Litecoin's biggest weakness, is that if Bitcoin fails, Litecoin will fail. If Bitcoin is threatened, Litecoin will pretty much automatically be threatened. Here's the thing. I don't think Bitcoin will fail. Therefore, I don't think Litecoin will fail. So number one, that's it. Bitcoin maximalist, social posturing, the negativity is ridiculous. And I guess the other thing is, I saw a video. It was Altcoin Daily. Here it is. They said, I just sold all my Litecoin. Last time we saw a 2-year death spiral. I want to say this about this video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I mean, there's very good technical reason to have this mindset. I'm not hating on this video at all, by the way. I don't care if people are out there selling all their Litecoin for Bitcoin. It truly doesn't matter to me, and I get it if somebody's doing that. It's not my approach. It's not what I'm doing. But this wasn't a bad video. But I think the problem with videos like this, especially if you read this, last time we saw a 2-year death spiral, it just creates, I think, a sense of desperation and fear, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the minds of people that are new into Bitcoin, into Litecoin. And I think that's probably the biggest problem with things like this. It's very emotional, right? Videos like this. But if you watch the video, it makes sense. You go look at the LTCBTC chart. There's, facts don't lie. The charts don't lie. I always say that. There is a very large risk right now in the short term if you're going to hold LTC versus BTC. That's just the bottom line. You look at the last halving, Litecoin hit a nice little swing high versus Bitcoin. And then here's that death spiral that Altcoin Daily was talking about in their title. And Litecoin hits, a very desperate area down here in February 2017 before seeing gains again. So potentially Litecoin halving just happened. Are we going to get a similar move? It's 100% possible. And I don't even think I'm sharing my screen properly right now. So that's awesome. Let me get rid of this and shrink this so you can actually see my screen. That would be awesome. So here's the chart. So here's Litecoin in the halving 2015. Here's the death spiral that Altcoin Daily was talking about in their video. Here's our current halving. Is a potential, downward move for Litecoin Bitcoin pair in play? 100%. So like if you don't want to take on that risk, then don't take on that risk. But from a technical perspective, I get why they did this video. I just sold all my Litecoin, especially in regards to LTC BTC pair. It makes sense. That's not my approach. I'm accumulating Litecoin and Bitcoin. They both have their cycles, and part of these cycles are periods of weakness, right? I don't know if we're going to get a period of weakness here for Litecoin. I don't know if we're going to fall into that. But if we do, that's fine, right? That is fine with me. Bitcoin is getting ready to enter a strong cycle, right? A strong part of its cycle, historically leading into halvings, right? So here's like a year leading into the halving of 2012. Here's the year after 2012. Okay. Here is the year leading into 2016 halving. Here is after the 2016 halving. This is Bitcoin chart, by the way. So you see these powerful cycles, and we're getting ready to enter a very powerful cycle for Bitcoin. So here we are. And this powerful part of Bitcoin cycle is a more weaker part of the Litecoin cycle. So I think that's important data for you to have out there right now. But here, leading into the next halving, I mean, potentially this is what we can see, right? Bitcoin leading into the halving and after the halving. That could be where we're heading. Now, in the very short term, we might have pullbacks, right? This is very zoomed out chart. We might have a pullback down to 7,000. I don't know. That's for a different technical analysis video. But I want to say this. Please, everybody, I just really want to say this. Find your reason why you're invested in cryptocurrencies. Find your reason why you're invested in Bitcoin. Find your reason why you're invested in Litecoin. But try your best not to be influenced by just people. Everybody has their own agenda in terms of maybe their approach to cryptos, maybe their approach to growing a social media channel, like a YouTube channel or a Twitter, right? And a lot of it is social posturing. I'm telling you that. A lot of it is social posturing. And if you hear people out there that are spreading FUD around Litecoin, just know this. Litecoin code was taken from Bitcoin code. And that's just the bottom line. So if Litecoin's going to fail, it's most likely because Bitcoin failed. And I just want to throw that out there. Here's a really good, I'll post a link in the live chat right there. It's a Medium. It's a Litecoin, based on a Litecoin presentation that Charlie did, I think at Google, but it really just gives some very nice bullet points on the presentation. Check this out. Altcoins before Litecoin. If you really want to look at the strength of Litecoin, here are the altcoins before Litecoin. How are these ones doing? Do you know what I mean? How are these altcoins doing? And there's just a bunch of notes like why create Litecoin, an excuse to learn Bitcoin code, 2.5 minute block times, right? As opposed to 10 minutes. There's nice notes, so go check it out. Bottom line, when you hear people that want to see Litecoin fail, when you hear that, just know it pretty much has nothing to do with technicals. It pretty much never has anything to do with the technology. It most often has to do with just that person, the type of person they are. And just don't listen to them. That's all I can say. I mean, Bitcoin and Litecoin are they're intrinsically the same. It's the same code. Charlie made some tweaks. He made some tweaks. They're a little different. They're both going through cycles, and even the halving countdown will illustrate the difference in these cycles. Here's Litecoin. It's pretty much just got reset, right? 1,454 days till next halving, and now Bitcoin, 282 days. Do you all remember this last year for Litecoin, especially as we exited the bear market, getting ready to enter the Litecoin halving? Bitcoin is getting ready to enter that powerful stage. Bitcoin is getting ready to enter that powerful area, and it's very evident on the charts. And along this time, I want to prepare all of you. There's not many of you here right now, but I want to prepare anybody that is here watching this. Get ready for that fear, uncertainty, and doubt, everybody, because it's coming. It's going to come strong. If you're watching YouTube videos, if you're on social media, like, people are going to be hating on Litecoin because it's not going to be performing as well against Bitcoin. Technically, that's just the most probable thing that is going to happen. Litecoin is not going to be performing as well versus Bitcoin. Because Litecoin, we just had our over 500% gains. Litecoin just had its season. So a big question I know I get a lot in the comments is this, and I brought it up on the channel. If you go over to Litecoin charts, is Litecoin, after the halving of 2015, Litecoin entered a pretty boring area, right? Nothing happening. Is Litecoin getting ready to do that again? Just 2 years of nothing happening. I don't know. Nobody has that answer. And, if you don't want to find out the answer, if you don't have the patience to find out, then go trade LTCBTC. If you have that high risk, accumulate Bitcoin and Litecoin comfortably when I feel is best. And honestly, I'm here long term. So if there was a scenario where Litecoin is just sideways for the next year or two, I really don't care. I will be buying both Bitcoin and Litecoin anyway. But I'm telling you, long term, if Bitcoin is going to go up, if Bitcoin is going to continue succeeding, and when I say go up, I don't even just mean in price. If the network continues to grow and if the network continues to become more and more secure for Bitcoin. Joakim, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. I hope I pronounced your name right. If Bitcoin continues to succeed, right, and the Bitcoin network continues to grow and become more secure, then Litecoin is going to as well. And vice versa, or on the flip side, inverse of that. If Bitcoin fails, Litecoin will fail. And to all you haters out there, chill out. I see a lot of people that just hate on Litecoin. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I just thought about it a lot over the months. Since this whole time I've been in crypto, I've been especially on YouTube for over a year and a half maybe. And I've thought a lot about it. What is this? What is the motivation of this? And I think recently it came down to one thing for me. It has nothing to do with crypto. It has nothing to do with how smart somebody is. It's all a personal thing. You never know people's personal backgrounds. You never know their history. But when I see people that so desperately and so passionately hate on Litecoin, and there's many Bitcoin maximalists that do this, it's a 100% personal thing. They have some issues they need to deal with, in my opinion, because they're not hoping a technology fails. Who does that? Who passionately hopes that a technology will fail? Who does that? Nobody. There's no personal emotional connection to a thing, to a technology, to be I don't want that to succeed. It's not that. It's this internal thing that wants to see people fail. So when you see a Bitcoin maximalist that's talking trash on Litecoin and they're trying to put a technical spin on it, they want to see the people that are invested in Litecoin fail. They want to see people fail. And my experience in life is most people, so many people, I shouldn't say most people, because there are awesome people out there. Many of you are awesome. But many people want to see you fail, I'm telling you. You might even have friends that want to see you fail. So when you have some random Bitcoin maximalists out there doing YouTube videos, passionately hoping, literally sound like a little kid, I can't wait to see Litecoin fail. When you have that happening, it's a personal thing. I can't stand it. It drives me insane. It really does. It just drives me insane. And, just chatting with some of you right now, I'm just speaking openly. I get a lot of negative comments. I really do. Most of them are good. If you scroll through my comments, like most of them are good. But when I do videos every day, tweet all day, pretty much every engagement that I throw out there, there's some negativity that does come back. So when it's all day, every day, even if it's 1 or 2 comments a day, to me, the negativity looks like a lot. And sometimes it gets exhausting, and I'm just like, why am I on social media? Like, why do I do YouTube videos? I have to remind myself, like, why am I on Twitter tweeting with some of these people on here? Why am I conversating with these people? And then it comes back, and it's, most of you are awesome. And that's what I keep doing. It's kind of what I keep doing what I'm doing. But those are my thoughts. I don't know what you're thinking out there. I don't know if you're noticing the negativity, the negative vibes, especially with Litecoin. But dude, give me a break. That's all. I think this kind of turned, what's the title of this video? Litecoin strong long term. That's true. Bitcoin entering stronger cycle. That's true. It should also say Dan ranting. Dan is ranting. But yeah, anybody that is out there, please just be prepared for the cycles. Like if you're long term here, that's why I put that in the title. Litecoin is strong long term, but be prepared for the cycles. Altcoin Daily. I know a lot of people watch their videos. Just sold all my Litecoin. I'm not even talking bad. I don't care if people are selling Litecoin. It doesn't bother me. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't personally make me sad. And from a technical perspective, I get why somebody like Altcoin Daily, I'm guessing both of the guys over there sold their Litecoin. I don't know. Matt said I sound like an old woman. See, there's a little reflection of those negative comments that I have to deal with. So, but yeah, from a technical perspective, you can just see Litecoin could be on a trajectory to quite a swing low. And this is actually the last thing I wanted to throw out there, because we've been tracking this from a technical perspective. So on the weekly chart on the LTCBTC pair, we were tracking potential inverse head and shoulders, right? And this is from weekly close perspective. So left shoulder down here, head, and we had potential right shoulder. I mentioned literally the other day, if this weekly candle closes below the close of this head, pretty much no more inverse head and shoulders. So that might be out of play. That's definitely not a good sign. So in terms of this type of move that we got out of the last 2015 halving, be prepared for something similar. Because it's 100% possible. And that's pretty much it, everybody. What else? I'm trying to look at my tabs to see what else I have open. You notice Litecoin looking strong. I think Litecoin will continuously 100% always look strong in terms of coin market cap and whatever you use to look at these numbers. But there's always going to be FUD. So here's another link. Go read this. It's a good synopsis of Charlie's presentation. And it can dispel and answer a lot of questions that I think many of you might even have. So that's it. That's it, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Litecoin $83 right now. See what happens. This isn't really a technical analysis video. I just wanted to chat. Just wanted to chat with you, vent a little. Because I see all these videos. How's everybody feeling out there before I head out? I'm going to be heading out soon. Kind of curious. Throw out your end of year predictions for Litecoin. I want to know. End of year predictions for Litecoin. 2019 end of year predictions for Litecoin. It's almost easier to kind of put a number on Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin charts. Rob says 450. Maria says 100. Dude, Maria says 1,000. CKJ 200. Are you guys are just bullish. 800, 3,000. Mr. Eunuch, 95. Jeremiah, 50. Interesting. Like, $140. We got a lot in the 100s. It's not a bad target area to have, I would say. I'm actually just curious. If we look at the charts, this always happens. I'm going to end the live stream and then I get distracted. So the year after 2015 having Litecoin ended price, right around $3.50. $3.50. So if we take that swing high that Litecoin had previous to that 350, let's just see what it consolidated down to before leveling out. And that really was like the median. Imagine if Litecoin does something similar and then it actually, I keep doing this, guys. I start charting and I forgot to shrink my screen. So from swing high in 2015 to that $3.50 area by the end of that year, it's around 60% to the downside, Litecoin. And I always say this, could you imagine if Litecoin does this again? And it keeps literally repeating itself and doing it again, doing the same things again. But imagine, that's not going to happen again, is it? $58. Could you imagine? Would you guys be cool holding Litecoin at $58 for the next couple of years? I don't know. I don't think many of you could do it. I know what I wanted to end with. I wanted to end with this. I tweeted this 2 days ago. I said, recently Litecoin hit $140 pre-bull market. At this stage of the cycle in 2015, Litecoin hit $8 pre-bull market. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So to illustrate that for you real quick, just want to throw this out there. This is what I'm saying. This was like 4 years ago. Litecoin at like $8 going crazy, retraced to 3 something. People pretty much probably just as negative as today. People that don't like Litecoin probably just as negative as of today. Bitcoin maximalists probably saying Litecoin is done, right? Exactly the same thing. Hoping for the failure of Litecoin investors. It's such a sweet, sweet thing to do. But look what happened. 4 years later, Litecoin, at one point, almost $400, but 4 years later. So this time around, similar thing happening. Litecoin network growing stronger, growing more secure. Litecoin scarcity in play. Supply shock is going to hit the world. It will. Same thing with Bitcoin. So now we're at this $88 stage retracement after having, or right around having. Last time we were at $3. So I said, are you picking up what I'm putting down? If you're here long term, I think it's pretty easy to get what I'm saying. So Litecoin from a long-term perspective looking awesome. I'm probably repeating myself now. It's time for me to go. Me and Sarah need to run some errands. So that's what we're going to do. I appreciate you guys listening to me and kind of hanging out for a little bit on this Friday. If you're here and you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of the channel. You know I would, especially as we get ready to trade sideways for the next 2 years for Litecoin. I'm kidding. Everybody's asking me if I think it's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see. Pound that like button. Thanks, Wendell. Everybody, pound that like button if you're with me, if you're long-term on Bitcoin and Litecoin. And to any haters out there, I love you. Think about what you're doing. Chill out. Chill out. Root for people a little bit more. Change your perspective on things. It is crypto. Aren't we kind of in this together at this point? I think so. I appreciate you all coming by. I hope you have a good Friday. If anything crazy happens in the market, I'll probably throw out a video. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video, and God bless.